Rohit, will you encapsulate the entire controversy for us? What happened? Because we've heard parts of the speech. Some of it you can't even air because, in terms of the language used, many would find it very obscene.
Well, absolutely, Preeti. See, this is not the first time that Nitish Kumar has indulged into this kind of comments which are indecent, because he was talking about basically about birth control in Bihar, and he was also talking about how the education of women or girl child was important in bringing down the fertility rate. So in that context, when he was speaking both in the assembly and then later in the council, he spoke something which was really unparliamentary, you can say completely indecent, because several women MLAs and MLCs were also sitting and they were all listening to what the Chief Minister was telling, and also making those gestures with his hands. That was completely indecent, and that is why we are seeing that there is a massive ruckus that is being witnessed in the assembly. It was witnessed today throughout the day, the BJP not allowing the house to function. Nitish Kumar had to apologize 3 times today. First, he apologized for his comments outside the assembly when he came to the Bihar Vidhan Sabha. Later in the assembly, he apologized for his comments, condemning himself and also expressing regrets for his comments and telling that he was ashamed of his own comments. And later, third time in the council, he apologized for his comments. And Nitish Kumar 3 times in a day was apologetic for his comments, but the BJP is not amused. The BJP is not taking his apology and are demanding that he should quit from his post of the Chief Minister, as he has become, as his act has become unbecoming of the post of the Chief Minister,
right,
and completely are now tearing into the Chief Minister. And you saw that the entire drama, ruckus, was taking place right from Patna till the national capital in Delhi. There was massive furor over Bihar Chief Minister's indecent and vulgar comments. Right. Preeti.
Well, Rohit, appreciate you joining us, not just from Patna to Delhi, but right here in Madhya Pradesh as well. You had the Prime Minister who invoked what Nitish Kumar said on the floor of the House, calling it not just derogatory, but an insult to women. I want to cut across to our political guest now. Rajiv Ranjan ji, आपसे शुरू करेंगे. इसमें आयरनी नहीं आ जाती है, राजीव रंजन जी? JDU नीतीश कुमार को जो महिला का वोट था, सक्षम वोट मिला था, और उन्हीं से वो चीफ मिनिस्टर बने थे, क्योंकि इतना जो महिला का वोट बैंक उनको पावर में लेके आया था. ऐसी अभद्र भाषा क्या माफी काफी है?
मुझे ऐसा लगता है लोकतंत्र में लोगों को नीतीश कुमार जी से कुछ चीजें सीख भी लेनी चाहिए. अगर उन्हें ऐसा लगा कि उनसे अभद्रता हुई, उनके शब्दों से अगर लोग आहत हुए, तो एक दिन में 3 बार उन्होंने उन शब्दों के चयन के न केवल माफी मांगी, उन्होंने स्पीकर से कहा इन शब्दों को प्रोसीडिंग से निकाल दिया, और इस बात को उन्होंने बार बार दोहराया. अब ये पूरा का पूरा प्रकरण क्या है, इस पर आपने काफी रोशनी डाल दी है. ये फर्टिलिटी रेट या बर्थ कंट्रोल, जो बिहार के जो आंकड़े सार्वजनिक हुए और उसमें जो साक्षरता को लेकर के पढ़ी लिखी महिलाओं के प्रतिशत का हवाला देते हुए उन्होंने कहा कि निसंदेह फर्टिलिटी रेट को चेक करने में अगर हम लोगों को एजुकेट करेंगे, महिलाओं को एजुकेट करेंगे, तो उससे मदद मिलेगी, और ये आंकड़े इसकी तस्दीक करते हैं. अब उनमें शब्द फिसले, उन्होंने खुद महसूस किया, इसलिए कि वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के उन नेताओं की तरह नहीं है कि जिन्हें इस मिट्टी में जन्म लेने पर शर्म महसूस होती है. उन्होंने कभी भी उन शब्दों के चयन के लिए, मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ, उन्होंने ऐसे शब्द कहे, उन्होंने कभी वापस नहीं लिए, न उन्होंने इन शब्दों के लिए कभी कोई माफी मांगी. और ये एक बड़ा सिलसिला है. भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास ऐसे बदजुबान नेताओं की एक लंबी फहरिस्त है जिन्होंने समय समय पर इस देश की मिट्टी को आहत किया, यहाँ के सांप्रदायिक सद्भावना को आहत किया. अपने शब्दों से अनेक लोगों को उन्होंने न केवल परेशान किया, लोगों की आस्था को भी झकझोरा. अब मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी देश के उन नेताओं में से जो शालीन वक्तव्य के लिए जाने जाते हैं. शायद जीवन में ऐसे अवसर नहीं आए होंगे जब उनके जुबान से कोई शब्द निकले, उन्होंने जो बातें की.
थोड़ा आपको इंटरप्ट करूंगी, शाजिया इल्मी को भी लेके आऊंगी, पर जो आप कह रहे हैं कि बहुत शालीन है, इस वक्त तो ये चीजें नहीं कहनी चाहिए, क्योंकि जो आप कह रहे हैं कि उन्होंने एजुकेट करने के लिए किया, उन्होंने महिलाओं को एजुकेट नहीं, राजीव रंजन जी, एम्बैरस किया है। अब इसमें आप बताइए मिसकोट कहाँ हुआ है, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि मिसकोट हुए हैं वो।
अब देखिए, मैं बस इतना कहूंगा, मैं मिसकोट या पूरा जो संदर्भ है वो आपने दोहरा दिया, मैं उसको दोहराऊंगा नहीं, और मैं उन शब्दों को भी नहीं दोहराऊंगा जिसके कारण आपने कहा लोग एम्बैरेस हुए। मैंने ये कहा कि वो जो एक दस्तूर है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता लगातार बदजुबानी करते, कभी माफी नहीं मांगा उन्होंने, अपने शब्द वापस नहीं लिए। इससे उलट नीतीश कुमार जी को ऐसा लगा कि उनके शब्दों से अगर महिलाएं आहत हुई हैं, लोग आहत हुए हैं, तो उन्होंने सार्वजनिक तौर पर विधानसभा के पटल पर, विधान परिषद में और पत्रकारों के साथ बातचीत में भी
मैं शाजिया इल्मी को डिबेट में लाना चाहूंगी। राजीव रंजन जी, फिर आपके पास आती हूँ। शाजिया इल्मी, not one apology, 3 apologies have been given by none else but the Bihar Chief Minister. He said he's sorry. The remarks have been expunged. He's repeatedly apologized. Why is that not enough?
No, Preeti, do you think anybody will find it enough that after the uproar and the furor created by his absolutely sexist, vulgar and disgusting words, which of course, he amplified with his gestures and crude gestures on the floor of the House, after the furor that has been created, there are so many people asking for him not just to apologize but to resign. And imagine this was said on the floor of the House with so many women members there. Even if they were not there, there were men there who were embarrassed and shocked. So this is about your Bihar CM, who is now being touted as a very Shaleen person. I mean, I am frankly speaking, I am shocked and disgusted by the language used. And the details to which he went, I think it's just outright, not just vulgar, but cringeworthy. And I also want to say this, it's just not his mentality about how he's describing basic sexual activity because he wants to make a finer point. I get that. But what does he take people for? I mean, it is so, almost derogatory for his team members, for people who are listening into him, and for people of Bihar to whom he seems to give this kind of advice. And not just that, it was accompanied with gestures that he made, and he had no idea and no awareness. It was only later when the skies opened up in furor that he decided to do something about it and apologize, because he didn't have a choice. But the fact is something not all right with Nitish ji. Why would he say something like that? This is not how we remember Nitish ji. So I say his name with great respect because he has been a great leader. But I think he's clearly lost it. And this is something unforgivable. Never before in the history of this country, lots of things have been said.
Shazia, but the JDU is turning around and saying at least we are apologizing, not once, thrice over. There are comments that have been made by the BJP, many leaders, where comments like Jersey cow, 100 crore ki girlfriends have been used and never taken back. That's the charge, Shazia.
No, that may be the charge. But the fact is, did Nitish Kumar really have a choice? And as for the comments made by different leaders of the BJP, is this a time for Rajiv ji to indulge in whataboutery? Surely this incident itself and what was said, is that not enough? Will we discuss every time women are embarrassed or there is something vulgar that is said by anybody? Is it going to be only always about the other party? And no responsibility will rest fairly and squarely on the shoulders of the person who is spreading this kind of absolutely vulgar, analogies, who's making on the floor of the House? I don't understand. I mean, I expected this. I expected the RJD leaders today and JDU leaders, pardon me, and RJD leaders, both to come up with this whataboutery. And I want to say as a woman, forget being a member of a party, but what was the need? I mean, he was trying to drive home a fine point. But what he did on the floor of the House was outright disgusting and cringeworthy. I mean, बहुत शर्म आई सुनकर मुझे और बहुत ही अफसोस हुआ इस तरह की भाषा शैली का इस्तेमाल, इस तरह से शब्दावली का इस्तेमाल, किस तरह से उन्होंने बाकायदा जेस्चर्स करे हैं और इस तरह से एक चीज को बताना चाह रहे हैं जिससे सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक मानसिकता को वो दर्शाता है और बहुत ही अफसोसनाक और दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण एक वातावरण क्रिएट करता है। सोचिए जो महिलाएं रही होंगी उस वक्त फ्लोरल हाउस में, वो क्या सोच रही होंगी। So I just find it very, very shameful.